Howdy everyone, welcome back to more for our RE4R's professional villain run on the Black Shadow. We are at the island making our progress and we are about to start having some problems. So, I did note when I decided to go back to the Springfield to get the exclusive upgrade from it, which to be fair has actually worked out not too badly. Like this hits really hard, is great for taking out like parasites and plagas and that sort of thing. There was a noted weakness. And that is the fact that this rate of fire is terrible compared to the Stingray. And what that really matters against is enemies where the amount of damage you do doesn't necessarily matter as opposed to quick piercing effectiveness. And that is, this is one big weakness to the Stingray. And the one enemy that's a real problem with is Regenerators. And it's time for that section of the game. I noted this is going to be an issue and I accepted that. Part of me did consider legitimately getting the Stingray back just for these sections, but we're gonna rock and roll with what we've got and we're gonna make it work. So here's our inventory. It's not amazing, but it will do. But we need to get hold of the infrared scope as soon as possible. I don't know how many of these dudes are actually gonna be fighting though, because trying to shoot, even in the original game, trying to shoot dudes with this is it's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult. Just going to quickly go ahead and customize our case back quickly. Just going to put on the fish. We're just going to eat that now. Just get that maxed out. There's no need to hold on to that. I'd rather have some health for this, because otherwise these things can wreck you. Let's not do that to ourselves, shall we? Let's go. So we ain't getting here yet. We need to figure out that one out. Okay, now, do I remember my way around here? No. Do I remember how to solve these puzzles? No. Not remotely. Oh joy. So you got these various power puzzles that we're going to have to solve. I can't say I'm looking forward to doing these again. I probably should have looked at their solutions, and I might still do that. We shall see. Yep, how to upgrade our code. All that'll be good stuff. Makes sense. So we need to change the power across every now and again here. First things first, make sure to get up the this here. This is going to help you in the long run. Open these various things as well. 4 gunpowder, that's pretty good actually. I'll see if I can find some more large resources or something. You can come in here. Oh, you can actually come in here now? Huh. I kind of wish I'd done that the first time I played this. Instead I came here late, I'd forgotten, and I was like, ah, jeez. Red barrel. More gunpowder. First aid spray is going to be pretty useful as well. Cannot do this, however, because now I've deactivated the power. This side, assuming, just doesn't work. So I want to double check that. Yeah, it's just completely, absolutely nothing going on here. No power. Alright then. So for the time being, we've just got to avoid them. And my suggestion for the time being is get your shotgun out. Oh, man, I gotta solve these puzzles again. God damn it. So you gotta do is you gotta like activate the various power nodes. Good luck with that. That's not going to work. There we go. Good stuff. sealed for now, which is fine. So we're head in here.
Christ. What kind of experiments are they doing here?
Bad things. Bad things. Bad things. Okay, so head on around here. Here's our level 1 key card, which is what we require. Don't think there's anything else in here. Okay, then. So we've got to get that powered up. I've got to remember how... What do we have to do this in? I need to recheck the file, actually. Level 1 dissection. Take it to the freezer. And then overwrite card in the incubation lab. So we've got to do freezer next. And then we go down here for the level 3. Okay. Cool. Let's do this. So yeah, what you want to do... Well, don't get grabbed first. But if you do, run. And what alternative you then want to do... Take out that leg. It's about as good as you're going to be able to do. It will slow him down, at least for a little bit. Won't slow him down forever, but it will do the job for now. So get that power changed over. The face still stays up, fortunately. So to the freezer. I think he's trucking it over here, by the way. I can hear it. This is the next puzzle to solve. So this has to be like that. That's forced because of the top right dude. There's no other way that makes any lick of sense. So we've just got to solve the rest of the puzzle now. Fortunately, the game, like, does, like, keep going while you're solving these puzzles. So, interesting to know. I've just went and looked this up because I was actually kind of curious, and I can't be able to sit here and solve all these puzzles. It turns out that these puzzles actually have... There are different puzzles. If you're playing Assisted or Standard, there's actually different puzzles slightly to play on a Hardcore Professional. So, for example, the very first one, there's only 2 power nodules instead of 3. For this one, for example, if you're playing this on Assisted or Standard instead of Professional... there's no power nodule, there's a few missing power nodules, so this nodule here is instead like there, and like this is a completely different puzzle this, so very interesting. I didn't know that that was the case. Also, it turns out my initial theory, of course, was dead wrong, but I can't remember the solutions here, so I'm just gonna look these up. There we go. But yeah, these puzzles are completely different in, whether you're playing as Standard, or Hardcore, which I didn't know. So there you go. I'm just going to look these up. I can't be asked to spend all day trying to work these out. So make sure to swing in here. There is the machine gun. We'll be wanting that. The RE4R. That will be our upgrade from the TMP. Still weird that it pierces, but whatever. Boot knife there. Very good. Alright then. But unfortunately, still no biosensor in here. So make sure to operate all of this stuff before you mess with anything else. Some small resources. I can just about fit those. Let's make some shells. Alright, good. Doing good for ammo now, which is nice. Come over here for the second part of the puzzle. Of course, we've got to sit and wait.
Shit, again?
Let's dance. But yeah, that's the thing to do. Just take out its leg here. It's as good as you're going to be able to get. Just slow it down.
Come on, it's taking so long.
It's up. But yeah, I think that's just the best thing to do. Piece of crap. Maybe once you shot its leg off once, it doesn't let you do that again. It's not unreasonable. Okay, so now we've done that. Now we've got to get into the card 2 here. Which we may or may not need the power for. Doesn't look like we do. That's good. So in. And then we run. And these things won't keep chasing us. We'll get to here, and then they just kind of give up. So that's good. Alright, not bad. Could have been much worse. Right, there are dudes around here. Shit. I think there's 2 of them. There's 2. Huh. 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 I'm not complaining. Let's grab some stuff here. Grab the things up here as well. So, are we full on yellow, or is it like one more upgrade for this? We are definitely full on this. Okay, so the yellow herbs can now just be sold. I guess that one might just end up just being, I guess. Problem is, it's hard to know sometimes. It's a little tricky to work out exactly. Oh, well, that's fine. Thankfully, no suspicions. Man, knives are so good. Okay. Flash grenade. Rifle rounds. I can't actually stock it all. Huh. Well, we're going to need that rifle ammo. Don't get me wrong. We're going to need it. That brings us to here. Now, we have a problem here in that the biosensor scanner is here, but I can't actually pick it up because my inventory is absolutely jammed. It's a 2x2. I don't have space for it. Eat the egg. There we go. All right, we found space for it. Just so. Biosensor scanner, we're going to want to put on. It does attach to it, thankfully. So this will allow us to see the various parasites on the in these regenerators, which will need killing. Now, you don't have to fight these regenerators, by the way, but I would highly recommend you fight them now because you're about to have a real bad day when you climb out. So I would definitely advise pick some of them off. Man, these guys are fast. Fuck. Yeah, don't go too far out. Yes. I'm not very good at shooting these, am I? Not very good at shooting these dudes. I think it's tough. I think it's actually really tough to, like, fight these things and get these shots and nail them. Might just be... Thank you. Right, we're gonna fight this one next. If you can get them stun locked, it's not so bad. But then when they get out of stun lock, it's really tough. Now there is something I also want to just test with these dudes, which was mentioned in a podcast I was involved in. But I want to get out of here first. Let's go ahead and try and do that. We'll deal with these two in a bit. Let's combine that with that. Green herb there. Let's grab the rounds. I have no space. Get that later. It's fine. Huh. Do I not? Oh, right. It's not going to happen yet because, right, I've got to do the puzzle here. Right, of course. I do have to fight these dudes because I need to work out. One of these has got a wrench in them. It was that dude last time, but it's not this time. So what you meant to do is use the scope and figure out which one's got something in him. Fuck. Now be careful. These things can smash open the other things, by the way. Not intentionally. Yeah, use the window where you can. It's a good resource for you. Fuck it. Man, these guys are quick. Fuck! God forbid you run out of rifle rounds, by the way. How? Let's get this solved, and then we're going to save. I'm going to come back here, because there's something I want to just test and just experiment with. Let's put in the card key so we can get this overridden. That trigger's fun. Jeez. So all of that happened. Fuck it. Yeah, those dynamite are there for a reason. Because they can and will blow open. God's sakes. Shit. These things.
Next.
But he's missing an arm. So obnoxious. So obnoxious. We're good. Ah, yeah, the green node's still there. We're gonna come back to that dude in a second. Let's go ahead and just save the game first, and I wanna conduct a little bit of science here. Here. Grab that. I can actually use that for more shells. You know what? I like the sound of that. Jail shell sounds good to me. Gonna be needing them pretty soon. Dong. Cool. Is there a typewriter here? Somewhere? Can I go back on myself? I don't think I can get up there. Right, the save point's over there. Hold on a second. So, the science that I want to conduct is thus. You might remember from the hardcore run, if you watched it, that we did some science regarding seeing if the LE5, as it pierces, combined with the biosensor scanner, can effectively take out the parasites in the Regenerators. And the answer was a resounding... not really. Also, by the way, so whack that in there. So, I had heard in my stream, or my podcast I did with the Syndicate, regarding the Regenerators, that apparently, with the Regenerators, you can obviously, like, still shoot them apart a bit. And they still have the parasites in them, and I'd heard that apparently you can shoot them apart to a point where, like, you can actually start seeing the parasites that are in their body and target them directly without having to use piercing. So, of course, if you don't have any piercing ammo, what are you meant to do? Should we find out? So this dude's got loads in his stomach here, right? So what happens if we just start blasting away at it? Well, shit, look at that. You can definitely see him. We are going to be reloading the game, by the way, just so you know. So none of this really matters. It's definitely there, but I don't know how targetable that is. Tell you what, it does work. You can do that. And eventually, you can just kill them with brute force. I don't know how many parasites we got there, but there you go. So they are killable without using, like, full firearms. Huh. I might actually keep that, because we're going to sell the LE5. I didn't use that. I only used that a first aid. I might actually keep that. Had it intended to. Eh, what the hell, right? What the hell? But there you go. So, can fight them without it. It is an option. I wouldn't recommend doing it consistently, but if you're kind of a bit stuck, then there you go. Science. Alright, let's go bust Ashley out of jail, shall we? Her and her sweet jacket.
Ashley. Shit.
She's not doing too good.
You're gonna be okay.
But fucking Leon. I'm just gonna check my gun is not jammed in the absolute sickest way imaginable to show up every other human being in the world. What a douchebag. Goodness me. Alright then. We're just gonna carry on here. I'm gonna save the game shortly, so it's fine. Oh, I didn't show the stat. Never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Sorry I'm late.
No. Thank you. You brought the medicine just in time.
Can you stand?
Where's Luis?
He was worried about you. Until the end. Come on. We don't have much time. Let's get rid of these things.
For Luis.
Ada, come in. There's a lab where we can remove the parasites. Had a crazy hunch that you'd know where it is.
Their most important facilities are housed in their sanctuary at the top of the mountain. That's where I'd look.
Huh. Ada the encyclopedia.
Happy to help. Now you owe me.
Don't think that's how that works, but whatever. Make sure to grab your crystal ore, by the way. Plenty of cash there. There's a file. Another file that I don't remember ever showing in the hardcore run. Huh, I missed loads. The results of something's physical examination showed that his body had become infested with a plaga. Under the supervision of lead researcher Luis Serra, an attempt was made to purge the parasite using a form of experimental radiation therapy. Simulating the procedure, a person showed signs of a serious shock and were forced to stop. Soon after, he was pronounced dead. The device used external beam radiation to burn the parasite from outside the body, similar to a linear accelerator used in treating cancer. Pain tremendous, and its use could prove fatal. Presently, on the autopsy was confirmed that the parasite was successfully destroyed. However, knowing these results, we have determined that the device requires further work and should not progress beyond the stage of trial operation. Attached is the irradiation device manual for reference. So that's how they work it. Okay. Just, yeah, loads of little files that are really easy to miss. Like, there's no evidence there's a file there unless you happen to look at the top right. And there you go. So make sure to grab all these goods and bits. There's a random fish for, you know, the reasons. I don't know why there's a fish up there, do you? Open this up. I believe there is a merchant down here.
Give me a boost?
Oh, right, yes, of course, this section. Hold on. So, yeah, there's a merchant across here, which is handy.
Duh.
I need you to open it from the other side.
We'll be back here later on for the fun, but not right now. Yeah, our TMP's done decent. I will admit, like, you could argue... I've been thinking about whether to keep the TMP or the LE5. I am going to go LE5. Like, the piercing ability is definitely handy. But I don't think it's quite as...
Pretty much a master of unlocking.
God damn it. You know, I think it's a bit... I don't know, it is close. Depends how you kind of see it, but I think you should probably just go LE5. Like, I have managed to think of reasons to pick this. LE5 to TMP, I don't think there's really much of a choice. Blue medallion to the cargo depot. Yes, we have got that to do. There's various goods dotted about. Is there any other stuff in here to break? Yes. Alright then, so you...
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale.
I believe we now have access to the final case upgrade.
I guarantee.
But I gotta buy that one first. It's fine. So we can sell that, we can sell that, we can sell that, sell that, and sell that. That's a lot of cash.
I'll buy it at a high price.
Okay then, we are also going to sell the TMP. It's done as good. I would say, just looking at it before we sell this, as a note, we compare the two.
A well-tuned weapon can make up for a lack of skill.
Definitely at max specs, the LE5 can hit harder. I think the ammo capacity and reload speed is a little irrelevant. The LE5's reload speed is not great, it should be known, but it can pierce, which I think can be pretty useful. But notably, if we go to the tune-ups here, the TMP has a power upgrade, whereas the LE5 has, like, higher penetration. And being honest, I think that's kind of useless. And so if you're looking to upgrade a machine gun all the way, maybe you could go down the TMP just because it will get the power increase. So effectively, that takes it to 1.8 or 1.1. So that'd be points. So it'd be 1.65 to the 1.2 of the LE5, which is not insignificant by any stretch of imagination at all. That's a fairly significant difference over the course of like many bullets, but I mean, you either already committed to the TMP and probably already heavily upgraded it, or you're not. Stick to the LE5. I don't think you can go wrong there. Oh, speaking of selling, by the way, TMP can be sold. We don't need the stock anymore, so that can also be sold. We can also sell the assault rifle, because I have no intention of using this either, so we'll sell that for the 20 grand as well.
Thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Alright then. We're going to do some upgrading, but before
If
that...
you want a fighting chance out there, you best tune up your kit.
We'll buy a case upgrade.
Bigger is better, as they say. Or at least I thought so when I was a lad.
So we get ourselves another row of inventory down there. So we got plenty of space now. We should be pretty good for, like, pretty much the rest of the game. Buy a first aid as well.
Better to be
Get that into our inventory. Where is a... There it is, over here. And we'll whack that away as well. Again, want to be building up these first aids as much as I physically can. Sweet. All right, then. So we're going to end the video here. Because it's time for me to go do some shooting at the gallery and do the last bits of those. I'll come back. We'll do some buying of whatever else we can do in upgrading. And then we're going to make our way out into the yard. And then also we'll have to head back to the incubation lab to fight the hideous Super Iron Maiden. That's going to be an interesting fight. Work it out then. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you soon.